of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged. You know what?
Can I get a cup of coffee in here, please?
How about that? Could happen. I'm having a mic still. That's what I'm blaming it on. I'm having mice.
Damn good coffee and hot.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
The mouses. I'm having mouses. Mices of the meat.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with a Dog. You make me laugh.
Don't worry. You'll hear the news. I know how much you are dying to hear the news. You'll hear the news. I'll play it before it'll be commercial. How about that? Whatever. Good morning, folks. We'll see if that does a little boom, boom, boom all out. So if it does, I'll just boom, boom, boom right out of here. Damn it. You never know with this fucking... Yeah. Good morning, folks. It's Friday, October 17th, 2025. One day before the big No Kings rallies that I'm not going to. Listen, I would go. You know what I'm doing? I'm painting pussy. I'm painting a cat. Not painting a cat. I'm painting a picture of a cat with children. Yeah, this is what my life has become. But tomorrow, the big No Kings rallies. You know what? Maybe there'll be time afterwards. I don't know where there's one local to me. I will look at it. Look it up. I would like to go cover it. And the fact is, I would love to go there. They talk about Antifa and all this organization. Nobody. If Antigua exists, I'm going there. If Antifa exists, why haven't they reached out to me to join? Because every day here, I'm on here talking about anti-fascism and how fascism is wrong. You would think you got a couple of bucks there, mind dog? Or how about want to join the club? No, I get none of that. I get it from the Democrats every fucking day. Anyway, so yeah, No King. You know what? And these people last night on Twitter. I know Twitter. Why do you go? I got home from a paint party late last night. Checked out Twitter and blah blah blah. And a guy on there saying he's upset. He's upset that the greatest generation is depicted as anti-fascist. They were. Hello, anti-fascist. Why do you have a fucking problem with anti-fascism? And I wish one fucking reporter would grow a testicle to say to J.D. Vance or Donald Trump or Mike Johnson or any of these fucking dipshits, are you a fascist? Are you a fascist? Simple, the answer there should be, no, of course I'm not a fucking fascist. Then why do you have a fucking problem with anti-fascism? The only people who would be having a problem with anti-fascism are fascists. There's no fucking middle ground. There's no moderate fascism. Oh, I'm kind of a little bit on the fascism. No, you are either fascist or anti-fascist. If you're not anti-fascist, you're fucking fascist. So fuck you, you fascist. I'm spitting. I'm kind of like Donald Trump now, spitting. Anyway, the guest that was supposed to be here today, Thomas Wilson, was supposed to be here last week and the week before that, and he kept canceling. So I basically told him, and the show was about empathy. Obviously, he's got no empathy for all the shit he's putting me through. People don't realize every time they book a show, I got to create a bucket for it. It's not like a huge thing, but it's not a little thing either. It's time consuming, time out of my life, so that I can promote what the fuck they're selling or doing or their book or whatever, and then they cancel and then set up for another one and another one. And they get angry at me when I said, enough is enough. Show up when you say you're going to show up. Don't fucking book. Don't get me jumping through hoops for you. Oh, am I fucking lit up now? I'm awake. You're saying, is this the guy that had a fucking stroke? Yes. No. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. No. No. So, I've been on the edge of mini stroke there a little bit. Thing was, I wasn't smoking weed. I hadn't smoked weed in 2 days. And you know me. If you know me, weed is my stabilizer. Weed is my thing. You might have guessed that already from the intro here this morning. But my wife was supposed to be coming home with a blood pressure tester and whatever she was finding out. 'Cause she knows I won't go to the hospital. Go to the hospital. No, I won't go to the hospital. But she didn't make it in time, and I was on the way. And here's another part of the issue. I look at GPS. It tells me the thing is an hour and 10 minutes away. So I think I'm going to leave an hour and a half in advance, and I'll get there in plenty of time. And then I'm stuck in traffic, and it's now telling me my arrival time. GPS is now telling me my arrival time. I'm going to get there 15 minutes late. And now I'm already stressing out and stroking out, and not stroking off, but yelling at traffic and going to give myself a stroke. And I get to Glen Cove, where this thing is. Glen Cove is kind of part of Long Island. And another one of these luxury hotel things where people pay like $4,000, $5,000 a month fucking rent. And everything you want is in this fucking big, gigantic monstrosity, nice luxury apartments. But they got pools, they got fucking gyms, they got entertainment rooms, they got paint parties coming in. I'm not leading the party, by the way. Did I mention that? I'm an assistant on that party. And now I'm freaking out because I'm late, and I'm loading up my little cart, and I'm trying to find an entrance to this fucking building, and I can't find it. And the girl who's leading the party, Allie, she texts me, said, "Are you coming?" I was like, "I'm here. I can't find the fucking door." And then I find the door, and then I get to the elevator, and then now I'm on the floor where the club room is, where we're going to do this party, and I can't find that because I'm walking around, and I'm late, and I'm freaking out, and I'm thinking she's going to be mad at me. This is my boss now, and I'm assisting her, and I get there. She's, don't worry about it. Could you just give them some brushes and some? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I did that, and it was like, oh, we're going to go on time. She was already set up. I was like, oh. I'm getting paid here just to kind of watch you paint. Uh, I mean, and to help people if they're, I got a problem. Can I get some more yellow? Can I get some more yellow, please? And I go over and I put some more yellow on their palette, whatever. And that's my job. And I'm getting paid full for it. So why am I fucking complaining? But like 20 minutes into it, I'm watching this young lady paint. And then it just dawned on me. She's fucking gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. Really, and it I don't know why it took me 20, because I was fucking flustered and thinking I was late. And now I'm like, well, I'm getting paid decent money to sit here and watch a gorgeous young lady paint a picture. And I'm complaining about it. Like, I like this. What kind of asshole am I that I'm going to complain about getting paid to watch a pretty girl paint? So it went well. I learned something. She was really good. And she said, oh, it's a pleasure working with you. I love to work with you again. And I'm like, wow, yeah. Work. Yes, work. And then I got home and I couldn't sleep. Not because of any, listen, I'm old enough to be her grandfather. Really, she's like 22 years old. I'm nothing going on there. Nothing's ever going to go on there. But it was very enjoyable. I can't deny that. Wow, big time like old man crush on a young girl, pervy old bastard that I was. Anyway, so we have no guests today. Ron Kane is here, who's just off celebrating his 75th birthday just a couple of days ago. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was yesterday. And we'll talk to him, and we'll talk about No Kings, and maybe we'll talk about anything that's pop culture related, if there is, comedy, films, entertainment, all that kind of shit. And right now, I'll play the headlines that I forgot to play because the Rev went through all the trouble of doing this. I gotta at least play them. I just forgot because I didn't sleep. Did I mention I didn't sleep? Anyway.
This is the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for October 17th, 2025. Senator Mitch McConnell, Republican from Kentucky, tripped and fell on Thursday, October 16th, while being confronted by a protester in the basement of a Senate office building. Videos of the incident show an activist who identified herself as Stella approaching McConnell and asking, quote, "Do you support ICE taking working people off the street and kidnapping them?" Close quote. McConnell, when faced with this threat, attempted to withdraw into his shell and bumped into a nearby desk and fell onto his back, where he remained until help arrived. The Trump administration plans to shift terrorism prevention funding from Democratic-led states toward those led by Republicans, government records show. Because 12 Democratic-led states are refusing to be terrorized by Trump, Trump is removing their terrorist prevention funds so that he can terrorize them. That's terrorizing. A federal grand jury indicted former National Security Advisor John Bolton on Thursday. Bolton was charged with 18 criminal counts, including 8 counts of transmitting national defense information and 10 counts of retaining national defense information. Bolton knew that Trump, the chief fraud enforcement officer, was after him, so if Bolton was dumb enough to get caught, then someone needs to put a bolt on his scissor drawer before he runs with them. This has been the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with the headlines and punchlines for October 17th, 2025. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on MindDog TV.
MindBloom is helping people achieve life-changing clinical and personal breakthroughs, alchemizing both the psychedelic medication, psychiatric care from psychiatric clinicians, coaches, we call psychedelic guides, and a lot of content and meditations and programs into this really transformational experience that, because it's delivered at home, costs a lot less and is a lot more convenient for people to receive.
It's a little glaze or something. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, in the room with me now I can actually say Ron, the birthday boy, a little bit late on the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Ron Kane. And also a man who will never be a king, No Fucking Kings, Fenderson. Good morning, No Fucking Kings, Fenderson.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. It's day 17 of our Coffee with the Dog government shutdown advent calendar. What do we have today? Let's see here. Whoa, this is really going to be relevant this weekend. It's the official Coffee with the Dog No Kings protest headgear. Protect yourself from tear gas, pepper gas, everything but propaganda and improper news. You get the goggles and the breathing apparatus. Whoa, what a deal.
Whoa.
You've got to go to the Coffee with the Dog, MindDogTV.com/merch site to get your advent calendar today before they run out or before the shutdown ends, whichever comes first. MindDogTV.com.
Yeah, that's not
all proceeds from sales goes to a cause.
A cause. A lot of mystery here, like why you have a tear gas thing ready for a gag. I mean,
why do you think I had it ready? Don't you think I had to go downstairs and get it off my shelf?
I just had one in the house. Who has a fucking tear gas mask in their house?
a black guy who lives in a white neighborhood.
Oh,
Well, you might
yeah.
need one now, the way things are going.
Yeah, but I agree. But just to have it already, he admitted to having it in the basement. He didn't admit it to having it in the room, but he had it in the house. I don't have one.
Okay, I am amazed at the things that you say. Why do you have one of those in your house? I mean, I've brought all kinds of things on here on the show, and there's only like a handful of things you go like, why do you have one of those in the house as if everything else is normal?
Well, that's a fair
Well,
point.
Matt, I also want to remind you, I have one name to refer to, Al Pacino. So you could definitely date that woman.
No, I could not. Listen, that would not be fair to her. I appreciate the sentiment there, Ron, because that makes my heart. That will keep me up one more night just thinking that. But no, that wouldn't be fair to her. And listen, she couldn't have been attracted to me in any way. No, that's not gonna. But for me, just
And now,
taking.
see, now that's unfair because you don't know what disability she has, so you don't know if she would find you attractive
No,
or
I do.
not.
She has no disability. She's fucking perfect in every way. She,
You can see inside her head.
well,
You
I
can see
just
whether or
see.
not she has daddy
I
issues.
She was a fucking great artist and amazing hand control. But here's the thing: for me, it's almost like a fountain of juice just to be in a room and just be in her presence. I don't know if you can understand it, but when you're an old man, I'm thinking because she reminded me of every girl I fell in love with when I was in my 20s, and I'm like, I feel young again. And now don't feel young. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to run I'm not going to run laps or do anything in the gym. I don't feel that young. But inside my head, I'm thinking, what stroke? Am I having a mini stroke? No, I didn't fuck mini stroke. But I did mention that I hadn't smoked any weed, right? In 2 days, and that was because as soon as I got in the car, first of all, she walked me to my car, and we were having a lovely chat and all this stuff. I'm like, wow, this is weird. She's walking me to my car. She'd be
Yeah,
walking her
she's
to her.
concerned about your health, I guess. She's like,
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know. I
old
didn't tell her I
man.
was
she's
having a
like,
mini
I
stroke.
gotta help this old man to his car. I don't want him falling.
Yeah,
Or I need to see his license plate so I can stalk him later.
that could be. Now this place was fucking gigantic big. Um, But so we're walking around and having a nice little chat, and then I get in the car, and the first thing I did, I had that fucking huge bat, that pre-roll bat, and I fucking lit that up, and I got lost. I fucking lost, man. I was so because I had smoked in 2 days, and now I'm fucking zooming, and that's probably why I didn't sleep last night too. A huge sativa buzz. All I'm thinking about is paintings and music and stuff. I got to create. That's why I just got to create. So, but yeah, thanks for reminding me of her one more time. Boy, what a beautiful young lady. But it took me 20 minutes to even realize how fucking beautiful she was. So
And hey,
get that
you're almost 20 years younger than Al Pacino.
Really, he's 85 and his wife is gonna have a baby. But they put it in the headlines: Al Pacino having a baby at 85. I was like, wait. I thought we went through this whole thing. What is a woman? Where only women can have babies. Al Pacino's having a baby. How old is the wife? She's got to be under 40.
Oh yeah, she is young. What? Let me look it up. I want to say maybe 30,
Wow.
maybe.
Yeah, but you know what she sees in him.
Oh yeah.
Cash.
Yeah.
Financial
You're out of order.
opportunity.
You're out of order. My bank account is out of order. Oh, my bank account
Financial
is out of order.
stability.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what? I mean, what are you gonna care? You'll be dead, and she'll have to worry about.
I don't have any of that Al Pacino bank account. That's the only thing attractive about him. I don't even have that. And listen, I love my wife. I'm not. I would, but and I would tell my wife about this. This girl was intoxicatingly understated beauty that is a pleasure just to watch and be in the room, and it makes me feel young to take her in. And then when I say take her in, I don't mean I'm moving the house. Just to take in her presence and watch her work. And she taught me stuff. A 22-year-old, I don't know if she's 22, but she seems in young early 20s. She taught me stuff from about art that I didn't know before, or like painting and stuff, and her approach to it. And I was like, wow, that was definitely worth it. But she went overtime. She went way overtime. Place had a fucking beautiful club room. These people pay like $5,000 a month, and this is my problem with these luxury apartments that are going up all over the place here. They're owned by banks or mega corporations and stuff, and they're buying up real estate, like buying up houses, so they can knock down houses and put these things in and get the entire world paying $5,000 a month rent. It's a nice life. I mean, you got your gym, you got your swimming pool, you got your entertainment coming right into your house, or your apartment building there, and whatever. They got a bar, and really fucking first class treatment for all these people. But that's where it's going to be. I was telling this girl that 50 years from now, when she's my age, or 40 years from now, when she's my age, whatever that is, everybody's going to no. There will be no. Only the rich elites will have their own houses. Everybody else will be paying rent in a fucking corporate
or in
house.
reverse mortgages.
Yeah, I think they'll probably do away with that by that time, because all the banks will have bought up all the fucking properties. That's what's going on around here. I don't know if it's going around where you guys are, but literally, in Shoreham, they're buying up they're making people offers they can't refuse on their fucking houses, and just
we're seeing that here, and you're seeing it everywhere. It's happening in Maryland too. A lot of these companies, but it's happening with everything. Dentists, doctors, they're all being bought by these groups.
Yeah, I got a thing on Thanksgiving for Northwell Health. It's a fucking town. They bought a town on Long Island, a fucking town, and it's all like one facility after another, healthcare facilities, but all owned by Northwell. It's like, wow, and nursing homes and assisted living, all under that one big corporate umbrella. It's a little scary when you look at it like that. Like, we're gonna become just, we're just fucking guinea pigs.
I can since my dentist, since he retired a few years ago, then he sold it to some conglomerate. Like, it hasn't been as good at, like, the service has been steadily going down and shit like that, because I guess they've taken on all these new patients, and so now it's just bad.
Yeah. So yeah, but apparently that's what the cure I needed was to smoke a big fat bat, because I don't feel like I'm having a stroke this morning.
By the way, Al Pacino's new baby mama is 53 years younger than Al Pacino.
50. Don't make me do math here. He's 85,
That's like
53.
He's 27.
Yeah, I was going to do it. Oh, 27? Wait, 53?
Right?
No, he's 85. 22 would be 53 years younger.
She's 53 years younger than he is. He's
So
85.
He's 85, so that's 23, right?
32.
Oh, no.
No.
What? Oh, what am I thinking? Maybe I am having a mini stroke. 50 years would be 35, right?
32.
Yeah.
And then and so 3 years. So she's 32?
Yeah, there we go. Good enough.
Huh. Can we have a picture of her? Could she pass for 25?
Oh, yeah. She's not
So she's just in it for the money, though. Because listen, the kid can't. I mean, Al can't last till the kid is like 15, right? That would be 100. Well, maybe he could last that long, but he wouldn't be useful for anything.
No.
So he would be useful for a college fund.
But that's already in the bank.
He wouldn't be able to play catch with the kid, but he could hire somebody to play catch, like maybe Derek Jeter.
Yeah, but that money is already there. You don't need him for that. You don't need him for anything at this point. You got what you wanted. You got the baby. You got the baby on in the oven, the bun in the oven.
Yeah, but how many babies does he have? How many kids does he have? Because if he has a will, he probably has to.
I think this is his fourth. This is his fourth kid.
Yeah, because he's not a billionaire. He's just probably 100 million, maybe, and divided up by 4 kids and 4 babies, mamas, and probate tax and stuff like that.
Not like G.D. Fenderson money. I'll grant you that.
Oh no, he does not have that kind of open mic money that I pull in.
Yeah, Andre Segovia, when he was like 98 or something, I think he got his wife pregnant. How do you fucking even get your dick hard at 98?
Yeah, Al Pacino, his 3 other kids, the oldest is 36. The middle kid is 24. Okay, yeah, those are the twins. Then Anton is 24 as well. Then he has the new kid.
My son would have been 40 this year or next year, 39 this year. Oh no, 40 coming up. Yeah, whatever. But my stepdaughter is 34. So yeah, he was still he's been fucking diddling young ladies his whole life. That's the point I'm trying to, and having kids late in life. Like he didn't have kids until he was, so his oldest is 36. He didn't have kids until he was 49. That's kind of old.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, because I believe Beverly D'Angelo, she was she was close to 40 years old when she had those kids, or over 40, I think.
Wait, she was his first wife. Why are you bringing her up?
Because
Hair, give me down to there.
His twins that are 24. That's the mom.
Wow, she's all. She must have been pretty old when. 24. 24 years ago. It was 2001. She started in Hair in 1967.
She is 73 years old.
Right. Wow. Yeah. So she was like 52 when she had kids. Wow. Damn. I thought, they used to say that was too old for women to have kids. 52, 50, whatever. Oh, no, it's 42, right? Because 30 years old. Whatever. Oh, you're talking about 24.
If you want to talk about a possible cause for autism, right there is a good case for it. Like guys in their 80s should not be shooting sperm and getting women pregnant.
I don't know. It would be interesting because Segovia's kid's got to be like 40 or something by now, somewhere in that. I wonder how he's like, if he's like normal or if he's like a guitar player, even whatever. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I follow up on him.
And I think there is plenty of information out there that's been done that older dads, their sperm swim slower. So the kids could be.
I saw a I thought hysterical meme where you see all these little sperm and they're like floating and on a red background, and one sperm says, "I want to grow up to be a great swimmer just like Dad." And said, "Yo, we're on a woman's red toenail polish." So it's kind of funny meme there. Didn't get the laugh I thought it would get. Anyway, you guys, no Kings rally. You guys got them near you. You going? You doing? You don't care. You don't care about no Kings. No.
I care, but no, I have other things I have previously scheduled way before this was announced.
What could you have scheduled on a Saturday afternoon? Mowing the lawn? No, it's October. Nobody mows the lawn.
I have one more mow left, but that's not it.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're done mowing for the year. I think
I'm not. I have one more mow at least.
Wow. And any curlies? Larry's?
I missed a phone call.
You missed a phone call from Ann from Bakersfield.
No, Alan Katz.
Oh, this morning? Why is it?
No, I think that's what I'm saying. It must have been last night.
Oh. Yeah. So, these fucking people. Why? I want to see one fucking reporter just say what problem do you have with anti-fascists? Are you a fascist? To say this to Vance or Trump or just call them out on it. Are you a fascist? Then why? If no, why do you have a problem with anti-fascism? Why? What's the problem with that? Is that I don't get it. And you see more and more of these people like, well, I can't believe what they stand for. They stand for no fascism. I think that's a good thing. I think that's why we started in this country, not to have fascists. I think that's why we fought World War II. I don't know exactly why we fought World War I, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, these are the same people too that blame immigrants for every problem that we have, which is so dumb. I mean, it's
not every problem. Some of the problems are because of trans people.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's immigrants and trans that are the problem.
Wait a minute, Ron. When was your birthday?
Yesterday.
How did I not know that your birthday and my father's birthday were the same birthday?
Oh, are you trying to say Ron is your father?
No, because Ron would be dead. I just looked at the tombstone.
How do you know he's not dead?
How do you know I didn't time travel?
Yeah, that's right. You're always so quick
Okay,
to.
there's so many. There's so many. Let's put it this way. I accidentally saw my father's penis. I don't think your penis is brown.
Now what? Now you're gonna get Blind Mike calling in. Well, I knew it. I knew he said that was what the bit was about. His father showed him his penis.
I didn't say showed me. I said I accidentally saw it. There's a difference.
No.
And that's exactly the way Blind Mike would have done it. He showed it to him. It's like, no, I said I saw it. That doesn't mean it was shown. It says I saw.
Well, the way the bit sounded, it did sound like he was showing it to you because he was like, I forget the wording of it, but it did sound like he was giving you a speech about penis size.
And no, he said, "Do you want to see my gun collection?" Yeah. See, he says, "Do you want to see my gun collection? It's huge because the bit is about compensating for not having a big penis. That's why he has big guns." It was not my father talking because my father was not a compensator. See, he doesn't pay attention to the actual material. He doesn't know what's being said. And so he's got this whole thing that goes on and that's what I mean by inept. Okay, when I say inept, I mean that in the nicest way.
The good way.
Yeah, the good way.
Whatever.
Good way.
What I had some message that came
And I
across
haven't done it material or seen it in years, but and he's seen it more recently than I have. He should know it better than me.
Oh, well, I think I saw it too. I think he played it on his show, and I was
Yeah,
trying
but you didn't watch the whole thing in context, so you got to see it in dribs and drabs. You probably lost the original context. Then you got his narrative going on, and so it's yeah.
Yeah, when it came to the whole dad penis thing, all I could think of was Willie, because Willie, uh,
Yeah, his father laid it on the head or something.
he didn't see it.
Okay.
He tasted it. He woke up with his father's cock in his mouth. I'm sorry I even said that.
That's it. So next time you listen to the alarm clock and get up for school, don't make your dad do that.
At least don't have like a gag reflex and bite down because, well, maybe you should. I don't know. But no, you don't want to swallow like a fucking bitten off cock. I don't. Oh, here we are. We're in a bad place. Get me out of here. But so that's all I could think of. So I wasn't even. I lost all context for anything. I was like, oh yeah, Willie with his father and his cock in his mouth. That's got to be the worst horror ever. Now, with that taking that into account, you got to give Willie some grace for being a fucked up dude. I mean, that would fuck up anybody. You would, if you had that experience, you'd be fucked up. Yes, no. You're not agreeing with me, so I guess you must be against me. You're anti.
I don't have anything to compare it to, so I'm just going to assume that you're right.
So, what is this psychiatric finishing idea anyway? The Melodyne psychiatric finishing. It's like
you're undone, and this is like
what finishing is, and like putting up sheetrock or
right.
Psychiatric finishing.
I thought it was the psychiatrist would get you to break on something about your parents. Then you got to finish to completion to get through it.
Oh,
I thought it was like a happy ending. I thought it was like they give you the drugs and a happy ending till you finish.
Yeah. So all of it's upset. So that's not a good sales point for Melodyne. That doesn't make you want to order Melodyne, right? Not Melodyne. What is it?
Mind Bloom.
Mind Bloom. Yeah. Why is it Melodyne? You know,
isn't that a musical instrument where you go?
It's pitch correction software.
Oh.
What the fuck would that have to do with anything? See, maybe I am having a mini stroke and just don't care because I saw a pretty girl before I die. That's all. That's all that matters. I saw a pretty girl before I die.
You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one.
I have to practice painting a pussy today. For a kids party tomorrow. Now, I had like a choice: go to the No Kings rally or do a paint party. And stupid for kids. And stupid me chose a paint party for kids.
For kids.
Yeah, for kids. And kids are terrible. I mean, they just have no. And I'm not a kindergarten teacher. I'm just not cut out for it, and keeping them focused and paying attention. And so they want to go play games and stuff. They want to go jump on the trampoline. Wait, get back here, sit in your chair and paint. This is what we do. No, I can't do that. I'm not gonna. Oh, somebody getting a phone call? Something? What's that?
No, I think that's my headset acting up.
You're getting a phone call.
Oh no, I thought you meant the crackling sound.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's my earbuds.
We have no sunshine today. What happened to our sunshine?
Slight overcast. I don't know.
You're responsible for making sure sunshine is here every morning.
No, it was my responsibility to make sure Ann was here every morning.
Oh, well, she's not here. She's over there.
No, she's not here either.
Wow. And Tony's not there. Anything happening? Are we on, Govs?
Yeah, we're on Govs.
Oh, you know what? Thanks for reminding me. You didn't remind me.
About what?
About starting on Instagram.
I don't think I've ever reminded you about starting on Instagram.
No, of course you didn't.
Yeah.
You never have.
Instagram usually sends a text that says you have to do it separately or something.
Yeah.
When you go live, it says you have to do Instagram.
So let's just revise what I said then. I am still having a stroke. I just don't care anymore. Right.
Okay, good. Then we can stop talking about it. Is that what you're saying?
And finally, you're in stage 5, acceptance.
Was it up there? I always was an acceptance. Well, see, the last time I had a mini stroke, it was pretty fucking good. I mean, other than waking up in the hospital, a part of it, and doing the brain scans and all that stuff. But the high was fucking. It was like DMT. It was like what I imagined DMT to be. Not that I'm wishing that on myself, but it was a good experience. If they had like a survey at the end of your mini stroke, how would you rate this experience? I would have put like excellent. Until the bill came about the hospital stay and all that stuff. That's another part why I don't want to go to the hospital. Is I have Medicare, Medicaid. What do I have, GD? Medicare, Medicaid.
Issues. I don't know.
Come on, the one that everybody gets, the one that you don't have to opt in for.
Medicare.
Yeah. So that's what I have. Humana. But I always know that if I go to the hospital, there's going to be a surprise like $50,000 bill. At the end of it, like, yeah, here you go. You're on the hook for this. Like, no, now I'm gonna have a stroke over this. Good morning, Carl. Carl, if you want to pop in, we have no guests. There's no Thomas Wilson.
We had a guest, but Matt chased them away by being mean to them.
No, he probably would have fucking canceled on last night anyway. This is the thing. He books for a Friday and then late Thursday night, like midnight Thursday night, reschedules for the next Friday. And he's just gonna do that for eternity.
Oh, Scott Williams talked. I talked to Scott Williams on the phone yesterday. He wanted to he appreciated the fact that we demonstrated so much patience in trying to get him on the show and talk about the coloring book and stuff. And he's sorry that he apologized that it didn't work out. And we still don't know why it didn't work out because it was the same computer that Rhonda used in the same location.
And you know why? Because he couldn't figure out he has to sing.
Okay.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda.
Oh, okay.
What a dick I am. All right, right.
No, I wasn't going to say that you were a dick. I was just going to say that was just a terrible concept for a joke.
I know. Well, that's the same thing as being a dick, isn't it?
No.
No,
being a dick is you wouldn't hire the comedian to tell the bad joke simply because you, for whatever reason.
Or you have to be a show producer and not book certain people, then they think you're a dick.
Right.
Because, I mean, there's only so many spots. So as a producer, you should know you can book everybody for every show.
Yeah. Well, Rhonda, she's been on the show a couple of times now. But this last time she was thinking, because I was looking for a solution for her to get her book printed, that I was a corporate shill. And I was thinking about this last night. Most printing companies are not like mega corporations. They're like little
they have their second printing done, and it's They have the second printing in hand now.
Do you know what the issue was? Was I right? Do
I
you
think
know?
I think they switched companies. I don't know. I didn't get it from Rhonda. I got it from Scott.
Switch companies. Well,
I think so.
that's always
That's the way
doable.
that's the way it sounded to me. That like they just switched publishing companies.
Yeah. But all
Print.
I was doing was trying to get her answer to get her book published. Oh, look at your corporate. Oh,
No,
corporate
but
what?
if it's already published, like I mean, it's already been printed, and they changed. So now she's just getting a new printer, right? Not a new publisher, it's just a new printer.
Right.
So it's not even an issue anymore, right? Because they're just saying, well, we printed it, we didn't publish it, we didn't copyright, we didn't do anything. All we do is print. We don't edit,
Right.
we don't approve, we
But
just
I
print.
don't think it was because the book is very liberal. Very progressive, whatever you want to fucking call it. I don't think that's the reason. I think they probably got some. They're an LLC, right? The printing company, and they probably got some lawyers saying, you got to get credits on it. That was my assumption that they were. There's no credits on, even if it was just simple. As Scott Williams saying, I own all the rights to all these drawings. I did them all myself. Just a statement like that of credits for
Right.
that. I think that probably was the reason, and not, oh, it's too liberal. Like, because
Yeah, but which one do you think will sell more books?
yeah, but the point I'm awkwardly trying to make here is no, we're not big enough. She's not big enough for the administration or these fucking people clamping down on opposing viewpoints.
Well,
Killing
that's
people.
I mean that's true that we're not big enough, but like look at the cake person. They just decided I don't want to bake a cake for a gay person, and it had nothing to do with people above it. It was just like an individual moral thing. I'm not defending. I'm just saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
all.
never understood the whole cake
Devil's
thing.
advocate.
Why would you be so upset that someone's getting a cake from you? I don't know.
I wouldn't. I would not be upset.
No, because
But
they're giving you money. Now, I would understand, like, a while ago, my wife and I were having some work done on our house. And it was like maybe $30,000 worth of work done. It was a lot of money. And so when the workers showed up, I had certain conditions. I said, I want everybody to be legal. I don't care where they're from. I don't care what they speak, what they look like. I just want everybody to be legal. And you're not going to wear any Nazi Confederate shit on my property. That's it. And one of the workers showed up with a Confederate flag on his T-shirt, and I said, "You got to go." And he's like, "What are you talking about? It's free speech." Free speech says free speech on that street out there. See that street? It's free speech. See that sidewalk? It's free speech. On this property, it's my speech. You don't get to wear a Confederate flag on my property and take my money. Get the fuck
yeah,
out. Well,
that's
I didn't say get the fuck out. I sent him home.
yeah. I mean, free speech does have those kind of limits. Like
Right.
you can't just
And
walk into my house and say whatever the fuck you want in my
and
house.
the guy in charge of the project said, "I'm going to be a man short if you send him home." I said, "You knew the rules. Why didn't you explain it to him?"
Yeah.
I said, look, I don't care what you think. I don't care whether you like me or not. I don't care if you leave my property and go. I don't care if while you're driving the nails into my porch, you're saying, "Damn nigger, making us work in this heat." I don't
Ooh.
care, because what's going
Ooh.
on in your head is what goes on in your head. All I care is that you do a good job. You made a bid for the job. You won the bid. All I care is that you do a good job, so I don't regret giving you my money.
And don't bring
Yeah.
Nazis to my property.
Right? Don't wear that shit. I said, I don't care what you think. I just don't want to hear it or see it.
Well, thanks for reminding me of yesterday while I was driving there and stuck in traffic. I turned on the radio. Why I fucking turn on the radio? I don't want to listen to anything that's on the radio. But I turned on the radio and Sweet Home Alabama is on the radio. And it's the line, "Now Watergate does not bother me." And I thought, what is he saying about you? It doesn't bother you that the president of the United States had guys breaking into the opposition's hotel room to kind of, I don't know whether they're stealing information or planting bugs or whatever. That doesn't bother. That's why he chose to put that in the song. It's like, and people like that.
Yeah.
Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you?
Well, maybe that's why Nixon had them killed. Then that's a conspiracy theory in that plane.
Nixon had. I think you're mixing this up. Nixon had John Lennon killed, not Leonard Skinner. They're
Why not
close.
both?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Maybe you got a 2-for-1, or well, be more than 2-for-1 because a lot of.
Like I said, well, I'm not a Leonard Skinner fan. I once I got into what their music was, and the fact they're performing in front of a Confederate flag, I'm like, I'm done with them. I'm done.
I get that, but that line has me confused. Like, because
The only possible
it's
well,
followed by
possible.
in Birmingham they love the governor. Now I'm thinking that means George Wallace, who just got killed at that time, right? In Birmingham they loved the
possibly.
governor. We all did what we could do.
Don't forget the
Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you?
Now, maybe it's possible that they're saying, look, I didn't have anything to do with Watergate, so it doesn't bother me. But what does you do? What you do, does your conscience bother you for what you do? Because I didn't do Watergate.
All right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then again, and sometimes these people have these ideas for, like, they have a line, and then they go like, well, how am I going to rhyme this? And they don't think about connecting the thoughts. They just think about connecting the rhyme scheme. And then the other members of the band go, that's cool, that's deep. And nobody thinks any further, and they say, okay, let's get this down.
Wow.
They're not, it's not like with Paul Simon when he did Kodachrome, with the double negative. It says,
what's the line?
The double negative was, though my lack of education hasn't hurt me none, which means my lack of education has hurt me.
That never even occurred to me. That line. That is a double negative. So he's saying my lack of education has hurt me. So that would make sense.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And it came out that line because that's actually poetic justice within the lyric.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Some people think those kinds of layers into their lyrics, and other people just say, well, I got to rhyme. It rhymes, right? Okay, let's go. And it drives me crazy when people have the music first and then they just make the lyrics fit. Because then they come up with stupid shit that they just have to make it fit.
What's the guy from The Darkness? What's his name? Come on.
Carl Man.
What?
You said the man from The Darkness. Isn't that over there in England? I thought that. Oh, that's Fog. That's London Fog.
I can't think of his name. The lead singer of The Darkness. He, what the fuck is his name?
Ace Frehley died.
Yeah, Ace Frehley died. I got to meet Ace Frehley once. He played for us at the Continental Club. He was the headlining act, but I was managing it at that time and booked him and got to meet him. He's an all right guy. This was a time where he was on the outs with Kiss. There was some kind of tension there, some feud. I don't know what it was over. Makeup.
The cost of makeup was going up. They said, look, guys, we got to drop the makeup. We can't afford makeup and put on these big shows. Something's got to give.
Call the Donut Man is here. He will know. Oh, Justin Hawkins. That's The Darkness. That's why I brought him up. He is obsessed with talking about. Good morning, Carl. He's obsessed with talking about rhymes and bad rhymes. Like every fucking thing has to rhyme lyrically. Like some things don't have to rhyme at all.
Right.
And he will tear apart a song because the guy rhymed. I don't know. I'm not going to come up with a good.
Maybe with baby.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, look at those donuts. I didn't catch you.
It's because I was about to leave to go get donuts, and then I've delayed this action.
It's a little late for you for donuts. It's like what? It's
never too late for donuts. What the hell's wrong with you?
Not even 3 p.m.
Are you going
afternoon donuts and coffee? It works.
Wow. Are you going to go to the Poospa? Oh, you don't have a Poospatuk. You should get a Poospatuk over there. Can you get a Poospatuk?
I've never heard of this.
They sent all the natives over here.
Is my reservation where I go to get weed, and there's a
poor little reservation people.
Canatipi dispensary, and they had those 1,000 milligram muffins. I had that chocolate. Two of them last week.
So Carl, are you guys having a No Kings protest tomorrow?
I had no idea. There's probably lots of protests going on tomorrow here.
Charles would not be happy.
There'll be anti-immigration protests. There will be pro-immigration protests. There'll be lots of trans people running around. It'll just be a normal Saturday.
Because
will y'all have a naked bike ride protest like we had
There's
in Portland?
probably a naked bike ride going on at some point.
Most people in the United States, most Americans, white people, never went to the UK and have no idea. But the narrative is that you're just overrun with Muslims everywhere, like they're Muslim immigrants. Is that perspective true, or are we just making that up?
It's not. There are areas which are entirely Muslim, but it's not. I wouldn't say overrun.
Now, have you gone to Ireland? You've gone to Ireland.
Do you know what? I've never been to Ireland. It's ridiculous. I can go there for like the equivalent of $50 at any time.
Oh, that's $50. Wow, I would be there today.
Yeah.
You and I have to go there. There's a bar, Sean's Bar. It's the oldest bar in the world. They dated it back to 900 AD. We have to. I want to go have a beer with you in the old
Matt,
bar.
the only problem is it's the same plumbing. They have the same plumbing that they had back then.
If you come over, we can go to Liverpool. You can see the Beatles shit, and then you can go to Ireland from Liverpool, either on a boat or plane.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost Matt. It's only going to cost you $50.
Well, yeah,
from
that
here.
would be wonderful. $50, man.
Yeah.
No, you're talking that like some kind of I don't know, like pounds to dollars thing that where you may be making or euros to dollars.
No, you can get flights to many countries in Europe for about that price if you're not too strict on when you go. So I tend to go Manchester to leave the destination blank and then look at the map, and then you can look it over a weekend, and you'll often find deals for like 40, 50, 60, 80, whatever, to Spain, Portugal.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would be.
Yeah, that's called infrastructure. It's amazing, isn't it?
I would probably be taking advantage of that because it's I spend more than $50 on fucking weed a week.
Well, that'll be with no checked luggage though. So if you take your backpack on that kind of price, right?
Yeah. Now, is weed? You have medical marijuana, right? You don't have.
I believe we do in a very, very strict. It's very strict right now, so I'm sure it will relax at some point, but it'll probably take 10 years.
But
plus.
So, like Andy, when he was traveling, and he's still traveling it, like he has to kind of, if he could get in trouble, like just having a joint on him when he goes to the airport, like not like around here, where if you did it, there'd be no issue. Oh, that's legal now. You're allowed to fly.
Yeah, it depends where you are. I think at the airport they'll probably just take it off you and bin it. Most police don't care. I mean, people smoke weed all over the city. No one really cares.
Oh,
it's everywhere. But it's not decriminalized, but the police do not care about it.
But they got more important things on their minds.
What?
Yes. I don't know what they've got on their minds, but probably other things.
Oh.
Yeah, Saturday's a protest heavy in the UK here.
Yeah. I haven't talked to you since, and I played out subject, but the Riyadh thing. Do you have any thoughts on that? Because the people are
Riyadh, comedy. I don't give a shit. I couldn't care less.
You don't give a
people
shit.
Go into no. Why? Why is it important?
Yeah, well, I don't really give a shit either. It's none of my business.
I was going to work in Dubai at some point out there, and I might still do it. I don't give a shit. I'll do it for no tax for 2 years.
Well, I don't think it's the question that they work there. It just makes them look like, the hypocrites that they are.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Bill Burr in particular, who was on a high horse about other people taking money to go play. I forget what he was bitching about, but he was.
But actually, I think it's a good thing because comedy needs a much needed change. It's been pretty stale the past couple years. So I think comedy needs a real huge shift right now.
But I don't know when that will happen because those guys aren't going to go away. People are still going to buy tickets to their shows, right?
Well, yeah, I think people definitely would still buy tickets, but I think it's starting to wane because a lot of the comics that were part of that festival have been complaining that ticket sales have been soft lately, and they can't sell out places like they used to. I mean, part of that is the economy is shit currently too. But
I think comedy's changing. I think.
Yeah, and it's just like all those factors and the much needed change in comedy because it's been like bro comedy for years, and just been like a rehash of 90s comedy.
Yeah. I'm concerned that people are still going out here, but at some point the economy is going to come down to, do I buy food or do I go to a comedy club tonight? Do I buy food or go to this music show tonight?
Yeah, comedy clubs will probably take a hit. Bars will take a smaller hit because people still get hammered, right, when the economy's bad.
It's like my
They get hammered and they gamble, right? They place bets.
Well, if I remember correctly, and it's been a long time, like 2008, during that crisis, the home people foreclosure crisis and all that stuff.
Yeah,
people were getting hammered at home and then going to the bar already pre-hammered, so they don't, they would buy.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah,
I definitely don't still do that sometimes.
Well, like the company that I used to work for, Frito-Lay, when the economy would start to go bad, it was a positive for them because that meant people were staying home, so they were buying more chips and things like that. But now it is not like that because chips are so fucking expensive. People have not been buying chips for the past year or two. It's been bad. It's been really bad.
Ron came with the CNN, CNBC money report on the chip industry, blue chips for chip in the chip company.
Typically, chips or snack foods in general go up during bad times, and alcohol sales. But you're not seeing the snacks. You're definitely seeing the alcohol, but even that's starting to be affected too because either the fucked up tariffs or whatever.
Well, this place last night, this luxury hotel thing that has everything going on. They got a bar and everything was like top shelf liquor, expensive imported beers and all this stuff, and like everything you could possibly think of for like finger food they had out there for these people at a paint party. So your $5,000 a month rent buys a lot of stuff. So, I mean, that's a cool thing to not have to go drive to a bar, to just go outside your apartment, walk down the hall, or take the elevator down, and you're in this fucking bar or club or something. That's convenient. I did talk to the lady at the end of the paint party. I said, "Do you ever have music events here?" She said, "What do you have in mind?" I said, "How about we do like a acoustic sing-along karaoke night?" She said, "Oh, that sounds like fun," and she gave me a number. So, like, hey, there's an opportunity to start booking these gigantic luxury apartment complexes. That's a new venue idea now that I don't think any, and I probably shouldn't say it on the air because now everybody, that's a good idea. Everybody will call them. But I will definitely be seeing if I can book that because it's a fun place. PD, you're getting a call.
No, that's my earbud thing.
Somebody else? I'm getting a call.
No, I did fart, but I don't think it was that. I heard something.
Good morning, Anne, California, Bakersfield. Welcome.
How are you, Ann? Now, Bakersfield, California. You know this? The United States military, Camp Pendleton, is going to be having warships off the coast of California, firing missiles into California tomorrow for the No Kings stuff. Do you know that? Have you heard that? Yes. Yeah. Been widely reported.
Firing missiles into California?
Yes, into Camp Pendleton, supposedly. Let me Google it really quick.
That's kind of okay. I mean, I know they test munitions on bases because there's like a place like Aberdeen Proving Grounds where they like either dispose of bombs or they test bombs. And
they do it all there. They do it all there
to intimidate the No Kings people.
That's not going to intimidate anybody.
Well, it definitely is going to cost some money, right? And I mean, you can't think of anything less patriotic to do. Newsom warns of missiles over one I-5 freeway will remain open, but I-5 freeway will remain open.
But that sounds stupid because it's not like misfires don't happen. I mean, accidents happen. That's just stupid.
The Economic Times, the San Francisco, the New York Times, all these people are reporting it. He's going to fire a missile over major highways to intimidate.
That's
no
not going
king.
to intimidate anybody.
I don't know. It would intimidate me.
No, matter of fact, I'd be out there with my camera trying to catch pictures of it, so that when one does hit the wrong target, I can say I caught it on film.
I got a fun conspiracy question.
Uh-oh.
I think it. Do you think all this stuff that's happening in Venezuela and Mexico is like Trump's administration's attempt to finally lock down the border? Because I think they keep provoking the cartels, and one day the cartels are going to leave ICE, ICE officers hanging from that wall.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong there. I think this is definitely, and there's reports that like we're about to, invade Venezuela like any moment now. Like the military troop buildup.
And they're sending in CIA, I guess, people
Yeah,
to try to overthrow it, I guess.
Yeah.
That is a war.
That's never been done before. It's not like America to be overthrowing Central American governments.
I can't. I'm trying to think if we've ever done it. Like maybe like in Iran or something, but I can't think of any place where we've actually gone in and tried to overthrow a government.
Well, especially if the cartels are that powerful, and we're going to send troops into that country, they're going to be fighting fucking jungle warfare, and they're going to
it'll be like
that their soldiers. They're going to be.
It'd be like when the British were fighting the
Falklands.
No, I'm listening to the U.S. soldiers when they were like saying, "Okay, we have rules of engagement, and we're fighting like the Native Americans." It's like, yeah, we don't.
A better analogy, or a more recent analogy, would be like Vietnam. We got our ass kicked in Vietnam because we didn't know how they fought, and they were booby traps and all kinds of, and they weren't opposed to like just kind of rebuilding a road, and somehow they got men, women, and children like dedicated to rebuilding roads. Like right after we bombed them, we bombed the road, knock it out, knock the bridge out. It's up again the next day. That's how fast they were rebuilding.
The only reason I didn't pick Vietnam is because that wasn't an actual war. That was a conflict, right? That wasn't a real war.
Yeah, that's what I was told. That's what I was told the first 30 years of my life until it was over, and then all of a sudden it was a real war. Look, Slaptail's in the audience here. What do you say? If you have to correct the rules of engagement, the U.S. military will fuck them up. We are a jungle chain, but still all BS. Well, yeah, whatever.
They'll fuck us up.
Yeah,
that's also some of the rules of engagement.
Yeah,
that's why I brought up the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
Are you proposing?
No, I'm already married. Why would I propose?
Well, you just talked about engagement. I know it wasn't.
No, but there are rules of engagement. And one of the rules is that you should be single before you engage.
Yeah, and you brought up playing devil's advocate before. I don't know if you realized that you were bringing us right back to Al Pacino and
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, yeah,
it's classic.
Yeah,
and Tara.
Yeah, I was in love with her when I was a kid in that movie.
Charlize Theron, is that who it is? Yeah,
I think it is Charlize Theron. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. I don't think Al Pacino was acting in that movie. I think that's who he really is.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I need to rewatch it. The subway scene is great.
Yeah. So the reason we brought him up this morning
is that the subway scene with Rebecca De Mornay?
Huh?
No, I was conflating Risky Business.
Risky, yeah. Ron brought up because I was crushing on a young lady last night, and Ron brought up Al Pacino,
Nicole Kidman,
with this 85-year-old. He's 85, and his wife is pregnant. Damn. You know what? You gonna hire. I don't want to. If I'm 85, the last thing I want to do is get up at 2:00 in the morning to change a diaper. You're gonna have to hire around-the-clock staff to just take care of your kid at that point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Al Pacino won't be doing that.
Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. Let's call him up. Can we get him on the show? Let's get him on Monday.
Great ass.
Okay, now Matt Ann lives in California, and she says I have not heard that. Yikes, that's fucking crazy. I'm right off of the I-5, further north of Camp Pendleton.
So if Ann's not in the chat room on Monday,
I'm going to lend her one of my hard hats.
You can see. I think it's good. You can see your tax dollars in progress instead of sending them to fucking Israel all the time.
Yeah,
to kill brown people,
or sending them to Argentina.
You get to see it in person, right? You go, that's my money in live dollars,
or the money that we're sending to Argentina. You know?
Yeah. Well, I would just say nothing says I'm not a fascist like fucking killing the people who are protesting against fascism. It just seems pretty fascist to me. What would a fascist do? He'd send missiles into his own fucking country and kill his own people because that's what Mussolini would do, right? I don't know if you remember Mussolini.
Be like the good president. Send them into Afghan weddings instead. Kill people getting married.
Good president. Now
that's what.
Are people waiting for a Mussolini ending with Trump? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yesterday for New York City mayor race, we have.
I thought a Mussolini was a tiny dessert, like a little chocolate Mussolini.
Leave the Mussolini, take the gun. For New York City mayor race, we have this Andrew Cuomo, who got thrown out of the governorship for being a racist.
Is this on purpose?
Yes.
Andrew.
Yes. Andrew Cuomo.
I actually know a bit about the New York mayoral race, funnily enough, because a comedian ran, right? And then they got, is it Mandani? I'm gonna get the name wrong. Mandani.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a comedian. He's just
a female comedian ran in New York City as for mayor to get to a point, but they didn't let her on the electoral thing because
I don't know who that is. I got to find out about that. But Andrew Cuomo, who got thrown out of the governor's office, he was the governor of New York, but got thrown out for being a raper, abusing women that work for him. Then you have Mandami, who people are calling Muslim communist, anti-American, whatever. And then you have Curtis Sliwa. Curtis Sliwa is the red bandana, the guy. What would they call him?
The Guardian Angels.
Right? Guardian Angels, yeah. And he's had a radio show for a while. But they asked the three of them, who were the best presidents? Could call saying the good president. I'm like, what good president? Ike? That's the only one I could think of. But they said, who was the best American president? And Cuomo said Clinton, which is not necessarily going to help you win the mayoral race. Mandami said FDR, which is the right choice if you're a Democrat. That's where you would go.
Was that the cripple?
Yes.
He was.
Yeah.
But so was Kennedy.
Yeah. And then Curtis Sliwa said George Pataki.
I've never heard of that one, I'll be honest.
He was never president. He was governor of New York. And this guy's running for mayor of New York. Who is your favorite president? George Pataki.
Doesn't that guy run in every race, thow?
George Pataki?
No, the Guardian Angel guy.
Curtis Sliwa, I think he's run for something before, but not like in every race. Yeah, I think he's run for congressman or something. I think he ran against AOC last time. But but that should disqualify you right there. Who was your favorite president? George Pataki.
He misunderstood. I think he heard the word resident. Like, who's your favorite resident? Like, well, he lived in New York, right? Pataki lived in New York?
I do, yes.
And
he
I'm
wanted
sure that's
Pataki all over her.
Yeah. You're thinking Bukaki. Bukaki
Pataki Bukaki. I don't know. The Cuomos, Andrew Cuomo and Chris Cuomo, who was on CNN, who got kicked off of CNN because he was shilling for his brother who was running for governor at the time.
Yeah.
He has done, Chris Cuomo has done a complete, become a complete MAGA guy. He's debating kids, 22-year-old college kids on his podcast or on television or Piers Morgan and all that kind of stuff. So, but fuck the Cuomos. Like in New York, if you're from New York, you've had enough Cuomo.
Yeah, it's amazing that Charlie Kirk's death hasn't stopped any shootings. So,
what are you talking about? Nobody had shot Charlie Kirk since then.
yeah, that's true.
true.
Is he? He's supposed to be like a saint now, right? So does he? I guess he just moves out of the way for the bullets. He'll show up to a shooting, be like, "I can't do anything about it."
October 14th for some reason, because I don't think it's his birthday or any. It's a day of remembrance. Why they picked October 14th, a day of remembrance for Charlie Kirk? It's like, come on.
They're trying to fuck up the celebration.
He's a fucking podcaster. We don't fucking put podcasters on coins, even if they get shot.
Or lower flags at half mast.
Yeah, right. But the other thing relevant to Charlie Kirk is young Republicans who don't seem so young, to be honest with you. I saw pictures of them.
You have to be at least 18 years old to be a young Republican.
You know,
I think they were like 35 or 40 or something.
Yeah, they were upwards in the ages of 40. Yeah, they're in their 40s.
I mean, yeah, that whole thing is embarrassing because my relatives roll out classic racial slurs all the time, and what they had in those group chats does not even compare to that.
But so we have J.D. Vance saying kids will be kids. They're not fucking kids. They're fucking adults.
I think my group chats are probably worse, to be honest. And also, just Instagram. If you just go on Instagram, there's a lot of pro-Hitler. You got all the pro-Hitler stuff, and then you've got the George Droid, which is George Floyd being resurrected and be powered by fentanyl. Sometimes he's looking for fentanyl.
Yeah, but here's where it becomes hypocrisy is when a month ago when Charlie Kirk got shot, all we were hearing about was how the Discord server and the Discord chat was radicalizing this young guy into shooting Charlie Kirk. And now we have a chat group, I don't know if it's Discord, Signal, whatever it was, where people are saying, kill all the Democrats and I love Hitler. And he's saying, come on, we have more things to worry about than chat groups online. And boys will be boys. It's like, well, one of them's a girl. I don't know if you know that about her.
A sexy Hitler girl.
Yeah.
Well, I think they use the same excuse too when women are raped. Boys will be boys.
Yeah. Yeah. But you can't go from just a month ago. We have to cut down we got to limit free speech because these chat groups are radicalizing people to now a month later. What are we worried about chat groups for? There's no big deal. It seems a little hypocritical to me, just a tad.
Yeah, I still can't believe Hitler is still getting this much play. I mean, if these white nationalists really want a twink, there's plenty out there they can choose from. I don't understand.
Why is Hitler always chosen as the bad guy from the 20th century? I think he was like the third place bad guy as well. He's like the bronze medalist.
Who would you have, Lenin?
Well, yeah, the Russian dude, the Chinese dude, right? I think they killed infinitely more people.
I think Saddam Hussein.
Saddam, he was pretty nasty. His brothers were pretty gnarly, but then getting rid of him was probably one of the worst mistakes in the 21st century.
I don't know. I remember when the Iraq War started in this country, people were saying that Saddam Hussein, the second one, Saddam Hussein had gassed 6 million of his people, and nobody said a word about it. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't hear about it.
He gassed some, he gassed some people in the 90s.
Right.
So that was in the run up, or maybe was it even after the first one, after everyone bailed?
Right. But the rhetoric here was why didn't nobody ever bring up his atrocities and compare him with Hitler? Like he killed more of his own people than Hitler did. And
well, actually, out of all of it, I mean, Genghis Khan was ruthless.
Oh yeah.
And Genghis Khan would do the work himself.
I love her song, Tell Me Something Good. Genghis Khan, right?
Yeah, he would do the raping himself, right? And have many little Genghises running around.
Oh, that's Shaka Khan. I got the wrong Khan.
Yeah, and if his army would show up and your town would resist, he would literally kill everybody in the village to make his point. Like, do not oppose me.
That's kind of fascist. A little bit.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting a phone call. GD, he's getting a phone call. Oh, he's texting people on What are you doing, GD? You're doing your homework?
No, he's updating his Hitler Facebook cover page.
I started watching the Ed Gein thing on Netflix. I've not finished it yet, but they've got these flashbacks of these weird little asides to like a sexy Nazi thing going on.
Yeah,
I've only watched 3 episodes.
Yeah, I'm like 4 episodes, and it's.
Where is this? What are you talking about? Is this on Netflix?
Yes, but the same people that made Dharma and the is it the Hernandez brothers from
Yeah,
the
I
LA?
mean, it's all right, but the story, it really just shows you, like, don't fucking shame your kids. If his mom would have just said, you know what, you shouldn't be jerking off in my underwear. Why don't we go buy you some and go into your room and do it on your own?
John Wayne Gacy as well as his dad calling him gay for liking pink stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
If he hadn't done that,
these stories are really about, hey, if someone wants to jerk off in women's underwear, let them. If they're gay, let them. And maybe
don't repress that shit.
Yeah, because when you do, you see what happens.
Slaptail says Himmler was far more evil than Hitler. Hitler just let him do what he wanted.
Himmler also sounds like a sex act as well, like a Hummer.
I just in my head right now, I'm just Robert Klein, one of my heroes. I introduced him into the program, and he just took one look at me. He goes, "You kind of look like Himmler." that sticks in my mind. Not a good thing for one of your heroes to tell you. Especially a Jewish guy to look at me and say, kind of look like Himmler.
Yeah, and it is kind of ironic that like all these people that are lining up with fascists and things like that, a lot of those guys spent a lot of time watching World War II docs like 10 to 15 years ago. You think they would be hip to it.
I watched one the other night. It was about Hitler, but about his death. And according to this documentary, when the Russians took parts of his skull or brain or whatever they did DNA analysis to prove it was indeed Hitler, killing that whole he went to Argentina conspiracy completely. I mean, if they did DNA test and verified the bodies that were buried in a shallow grave behind the bunker, one of them was Hitler, and they didn't. I don't know if they had proof of Eva Braun, but that means there's no way that story about him taking a U-boat to Argentina could possibly be true.
Yeah, I think people are trying to grasp at that one, but a hell of a lot of Nazis did go to Brazil and Argentina.
Yeah, but there were people
and also what people don't realize that Hitler actually was a twin. There was Adolf Hitler, and his twin brother. And so it was a twin brother that was actually in the bunker. And the actual Adolf just made off.
I don't doubt that they had double.
Adolf made off.
The whole body double thing.
My favorite Hitler is from Little Nicky. That's my favorite Hitler.
What? My favorite Hitler sounds like
when they had Hitler and Little Nicky, and they were shoving pineapples up his ass.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, Little Nicky, yeah, that's right.
Now, I am appalled that a guy with the last name Johnson got a Himmler. Okay, that's 2 point.
That's Mike Johnson from Louisiana, but he's currently a resident of DC. Oh, that's great.
We didn't even talk about the real creepiness yesterday when Trump was talking about the fertility drugs.
I didn't hear this. What?
Yeah, because now you can buy cheap fertility drugs so you can have babies. Because, the whites are scared that they're being fucked out of existence.
Oh, they're definitely, yeah.
So what, they're going to only sell fertility drugs to white people and not to brown people? So
I guess.
We won't be able to reproduce?
When you see him at this press conference, like, you are the last person that should be doing this.
Yeah. There's a white paranoia over this whole, just see it. And this is where I think I want to ask the white supremacists in America. I don't know if you get an honest answer at them, but do you want to get rid of all the people of color? Is that what you want to do? You want to eliminate them all? It seems like that. They're talking about white replacement, but it seems like Megyn Kelly, she's having this conversation with Glenn Beck. And it seems like you couldn't find 2 more white paranoid people who are just afraid of this whole white replacement theory nonsense that we got to start having more white babies because they're eliminating us and all this stuff. You people are fucking paranoid, man. I mean, and the other part of it is, do you really want a world without all the contributions? First of all, on my thing for DEI, people from different cultures, different backgrounds can bring different solutions to different problems. And I think that it makes us stronger in that way. If I'm not saying you should look at race or a culture as we need to hire them first because we have quotas. But if you hire a competent person who happens to be of a very diverse background, they're going to bring more ideas than you would get from just a Lilywood.
If it weren't for black people, white women would still have thin lips and flat asses. Okay, but thanks to us,
music would fucking suck. Let's be clear about that.
Thanks to us, they have plumper lips, banging asses. They need to thank us. Okay, they need.
You want someone in the office that can make tacos as well, right?
Yes, yeah,
for real.
I mean,
you got to.
Don't go out for Chinese food or Mexican food or Greek food or whatever. Just forget it. And maybe you could say, "Oh, those are trivial things." No, they're not.
And forget having good barbecue. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, just say you don't like seasoning in your food, for God's sakes.
The idea that, and that's why I think they want to do away with. They want to eliminate people of color. They want a world that is completely white, and they think that makes us stronger. Like. Well, a military that is all white cannot be the strongest military on the planet. They're going to be
and like when you have a threesome, you don't want all white. I mean, sometimes it happens, but it's great when it's a nice swirl of colors together.
Johnson,
respect the booty. So, like 1,000 years from now,
yeah.
Because Rogan had this liberal progressive priest on or pastor on. And the guy was they were talking over Bible scriptures. And the priest was kind of explaining to Rogan, this was written 6,000 years ago. You don't know what these fucking words actually mean. And he said, picture 1,000 years from now, somebody looking at booty call and butt dial. They would think that was the same thing. They sound like a booty call and a butt dial sound like the exact same thing. They're not. They're totally different things. So you're looking at language in that was written 6,000 years ago in this book. You have no idea what they actually meant by these words. You just
also the white Christian thing. Also, they're just all worshiping like this weird, disheveled, homeless Arab from 2,000 years ago as well. It's very odd.
Yeah.
Now, while I agree with what that minister is saying, that's why you have to add context to it, not just a single phrase. You don't just say booty call or butt dial and assume that one meant the other. You have to find out what the next sentence is after it and one before it. So if I said I booty called Matt, okay, you can tell if the next sentence is I didn't mean to talk to you, sorry, then you know it's a butt dial. Okay. If the next sentence was you up, then it's a booty call. Very simple.
That's a fair point.
I think one of the ways we can end racism, we have to sit black men and white men down together in a large group and be like, all right, we get it. One group loves ass and this other group loves titties. We have to come together, guys. It's okay to love the ass and titties, and not.
No, it's not okay. I think.
Okay, at the risk of being a self-promotional humorist, my bit about Juneteenth covers that. It's the alcohol. You have the.
It covers your ass.
It covers unity. You need a dedicated day, drinking holiday. Drinking holidays is what does it. Alcohol sponsors and drinking holidays is what brings people together. Cinco de Mayo, everybody for one day is Mexican. They're out together with their little Hispanic friends, and you get to talk with them over alcohol, which is when all the real feelings comes out. And that's when you get to know people. And no matter how racist you are, you can hate your neighbor, but you love your drinking buddy. And if your drinking buddy is somebody of color, you're gonna protect your drinking buddy. So we just need more drinking holidays. That's it.
Wait, I mean, I hate to change the subject here, but Slaptail did. This Ed Gein Ed Gein series is straight up Hollywood bullshit. I haven't seen any of this stuff. I know Derek Sheen. When we did the Podathon for Andy, Derek Sheen and Jamie Dykes had like an hour conversation on Ed Gein. I didn't know anything about this.
I didn't know much about Gein back then as well. I knew more about Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy at that point.
So now there's a
interesting.
a Netflix
but Gein wasn't he didn't kill a lot of people though. And actually, like
he was more grave robbing, wasn't he? After,
yeah, he was more of a grave robber and like making things. He did kill some people, but he didn't have a large number. And actually, if you want to see a BS serial killer movie, check out the Bundy movie from I think it's like the late '90s.
Al Bundy.
It is so fucking ridiculous. There's a montage scene where they have like this very like upbeat like 70s horn music, and it's just him like piling women's bodies on top of each other, and then like,
oh man, I need to see this.
Yeah, I don't doubt that the 70s porn music was probably a big part of his soundtrack. I don't know. What am I saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining, really. But Bundy was fucking great.
The music they were doing, it was very close to like just a very upbeat 70s pop song. That's what it was.
I used to have that on my. I got one of those. I bought one of those like subliminal seduction tapes and put like a fucking 70s porn music on the back of it and made that my answering message when they had answering machines. Remember those days? That tape. It was just like a fucking subliminal hypnotic induction over 70s porn music. Everybody hung.
I saw a real cartel murder I don't know what song they were playing on vinyl in the back, but it was something like do 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 as they were flaying his face.
Yeah. So, but how do you Hollywood BS up a serial killer? What?
Well, I think from what I've seen from this one, because I did like the Dahmer one, and I did like the Hernandez brothers one, but this one they're kind of they're doing a lot of artistic stuff and with Hitchcock and Psycho and.
The big problem I think with the Ed one is there isn't a lot of material.
There's enough to do because Dahmer was just running through people, right? And the Hernandez, at least it was kind of a difficult case to solve. In some ways.
Carl then butt dialed Matt. There's Al Pacino and Cruising. I'm not familiar with Cruising. Carl then butt dialed Matt, who ended up bringing potato salad
all over my head or under my ass.
I think the real lesson from the Ed Gein story is that in those times you could practically get away with anything because people were just like,
what time was 70s? It was 80s. What are you talking about?
This was the
50s, right? 50s. When he did his killings, and then he was grave robbing. He didn't get caught until the 60s, I think. And he was robbing graves and making chairs out of fucking nipples and stuff.
Oh.
Lampshades.
Making lamps out of stuff.
They just here locally they just charged a guy for one of the murders that they were thinking was a link to the Son of Sam cult in the 70s, this was in the early 80s, but the cult was still going on. Even though he got arrested in like 77, but they just arrested a guy who they had always assumed was part of that Yonkers cult that Son of Sam was part of. I thought that, like, why does it take 40 years, more than 40 years to arrest somebody for a murder like that? Like, what gave it away? And the guy pleaded guilty. So, anyway.
Well, the other thing with the Ed Gein story is that it really should be a story about social cues also. Because when he breaks out the nipple chair, it's like you just can't roll that out to your date, buddy. I mean, you pat it a little bit.
Oh, he took her home to his dead mum and stuff, right?
Yeah,
like, mommy's sick.
They also made it seem like he was some sort of mastermind. He was not bright. You know what? I was gonna say I should watch this thing, but you're making me not want to watch it. It sounds pretty stupid.
You didn't have to be. You didn't have to be because people were more naive. They didn't really know what a serial killer was as well.
Yes,
probably a lot more trusting.
Yeah, I never felt like he was a mastermind. I just felt like he's probably like a product of his times. He had issues. His mom fucking drove him didn't help his issues, and it just escalated from there.
You know, I was. This is dating me, but everybody knows how fucking
dating
old I
you,
am.
really? Who?
In the
Surely not
1960s, I
22-year-olds with
remember.
pink pants.
Shut up and let me talk.
That some of that was real, by the way. Some of that emotion.
I was in Los Angeles, California in the late 60s, and I remember as a little kid reading the newspaper about the Zodiac killer stuff and being like horrified by it. We weren't calling him the Zodiac killer yet at that point. They were just detailing all these murders, and they were calling it, I think Chris Carl brought up, they didn't know serial killer wasn't a term. I think that was the first time I heard it. And as a little kid, I was like fucking haunted by that. Like somebody's going around just killing people randomly in cars and stuff.
Yeah, the Zodiac was a pretty terrifying one. I think him and the Golden State Killer were probably two of the real terrifying ones. And maybe Richard Ramirez as well, to be fair. You've had some good ones in the US. Fair play.
Yeah.
Hats off to you.
Yeah, I think we got the numbers because we had one that was a doctor and they think he might have done over 500. But they only got 12 that they can be sure about. But he was working for years and years, and it was basically old people.
You
so
said
he's
the
probably
prototype,
just giving them
though.
morphine.
Not you personally, but the Brits set the prototype for this, right? With Jack.
Well, now,
Jack,
there's actually a funny...
just hookers.
There's a great Kyle Kinane bit about Jack the Ripper, and when he talks about going on the tour, and then he's like, at the end of the tour, they tell you, well, he killed like 2 women. Or it's the number is very, very low, and he's like, what? In America,
I thought it was like 4 or 5. I didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure.
More like
the
7,
number is not that high compared to a lot of the serial killers in the U.S. And it's like, what? You don't even.
They were really horrific. I mean, total mutilations, right?
Yeah, I think that's interesting as well because they never caught him.
Yeah,
and there were the rumors. The rumors it was a member of the royal family and all that stuff.
Right.
That's why that one stuck around.
Yeah,
we've had a couple of good ones. America's had the better characters, I think. Ted Bundy was an amazing character. Come on.
Yeah, he worked like suicide hotlines.
Well, there's a documentary about his fact because he had a girlfriend and a stepdaughter for a while when he was starting those killings, I think, or when he was taking a break or something. And it was her that recognized his car eventually. Said, I think it's my boyfriend, and I think the police said, "Don't be stupid. You're being silly, young lady."
Come on, tell me. All right, come on, tell me. Damn it.
Okay, that said during the Whitechapel murders, it was a total of 11 women killed, 5 of which they believe were done by Jack the Ripper.
5. So
Right.
what were the other 6?
Yeah, but it was a rough part of town, and were they mainly hookers as well?
I didn't read the full story. I was just trying to get the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a rough part of town. Not really a lot of street lighting, all that kind of stuff. A lot of poverty. Probably were a fair few killings around.
But there was also some anti-Semitic stuff going on with the Jack the Ripper stuff, right? Some the Jews and misspelled JEWES or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But if you get attacked multiple times, who's the idiot? Come on.
Well, just like a year or two ago, the FBI estimated that there were like 1,100 active serial killers working in the U.S. And most
of them are
out west
in MAGA.
They reside out west at truck stops because it's easy to make people disappear.
They go for the people who, like here with the Long Island serial killer, people that nobody's gonna miss, like hookers and
that's the hookers and homeless people is the classic. If you want to practice to be a serial killer, start there, but not good hookers, not the $1,000 a night ones. I'll hook you up for $10 hookers.
Those are earners. Somebody will miss them right away. You don't want
although I think that could be changing because some of those girls now actually have TikToks and Instagram accounts, and you can find them.
Yeah. Well, that's I think that's why they stopped doing
Craigslist
personal lists on Craigslist. Yeah, something with it.
Yeah, but you can easily find. I like finding people from their YouTube videos sometimes, celebrities and stuff. It's like, I know where you live, you prick. I saw the reflection of that window. You're done. sometimes I did think about becoming a serial killer. Like if my life just went to complete shit ever, I think I would do it. But
this is
when
Trump says oceans will protect us.
I got a mouth problem.
I don't want to do that much work, honestly, and like find people.
Oh, it's intensive.
Yeah, and I don't have that dedication to that craft.
What's he doing?
Yeah, you should take that kind of, and if you're going to use up that kind of energy, use it, direct it toward overthrowing governments. Don't just be taking out.
Yeah, or run an open mic like a normal person.
Oh yeah, there's always that.
What was that? I'm either running an open mic or a serial killer. Well,
I keep meaning to start one, to be honest, but it's the admin that I don't like. I don't like the instant. Can I have a spot? The day before the gig. We'll see. If I can get a $5 Vietnamese, I won't say slave because I'll get money. Intern, then maybe I'll start a mic. But I'm not doing the admin.
Yeah, you really got to have 0 friends or 0 people in your life to be a really good serial killer.
I don't know. I think if you have 0 friends, you draw attention to yourself because people will notice that you have no friends.
Yeah, but a lot of people do not have friends, or maybe like 1 friend or something.
Yeah, you have to have something normal, like 1 friend and 6 acquaintances, something that makes you look normal. Because if you're totally isolated, you're the first one they're going to suspect. Even if you didn't do anything, you could be isolated because you have agoraphobia and you don't want to go outside.
So there's a Brazilian serial killer right now. There's a woman. I don't know if they've caught her, but she's like quite attractive, I think. I've only saw one picture earlier, so don't. Sao Paulo. I think she's killed 4 men so far. I'm gonna see if they've caught her. And he literally saw this today. I think it's true. It was in the New York Post.
It doesn't make sense to be an attractive serial killer. I mean, you'd be noticed right away.
Glamorous suspected killer takes pleasure in killing. Kept landlord's body in her home for 5 days. Is alleged to have killed at least 4 people in the space of 5 months. Yeah, she looks just like a Barbie, I guess. Ana Paula Veloso.
Listen, she's so hot, but she may kill me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd be mad. Have you seen like Mug Ortiz, the Instagram account of hot women getting arrested, and the comments are all like, "I'll fix her, Your Honor." No, I think you take the risk. Wouldn't you? Yeah, she might kill men, but
I lay good pipe. She wouldn't kill me.
I can't find out if they've arrested her or not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think if it had, it'll come across one of my feeds.
Yeah, so definitely check out that Bundy movie from the 90s. It is.
Yeah.
Matt, are you okay now?
Is it the stranger beside me?
Yeah,
that's what it's called.
The Rex Uerman guy, the Long Island serial killer guy.
Yeah.
They decided to give him a separate trial for every girl that he's accused of killing. That seemed a little weird. I mean,
it seems expensive. It seems a lot of money for the taxpayer.
I know, and it just seems unusual.
I've never heard of that before. Actually, is that common?
That's where I was getting at. Like, it doesn't seem to make.
Wouldn't you just say we think you killed fucking 10 women or whatever?
If you're guilty for the first one, you're gonna.
Well, you've got to be tried separately, but for each case. But it can be in the same trial, right? You can go. We think you killed these 12 people. Yeah. We can prove these 9. That one's flaky.
Yeah, I think he's only getting charged with because there are numbers up in like the 20, lower 20s or something suspected of, but he's only getting charged for 4 of them.
So this was the big guy, right?
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah. Because I watched a documentary last year. I knew you knew quite a lot about it, but it was an interesting story, that one.
He's an ogre, man. He's huge, and people I know lived on his block. I mean, people and they said he used to be out in front of his house, like sharpening axes as he walk along. And
because they found them all. They found a few on one road by the beach, didn't they? Just off the road.
Yeah. right off the road. Like these
Yeah.
bodies had been laying like 20 feet from the road, 40 feet from the road for 10 years before people found them. Like, what the fuck, man? Didn't it smell enough for people? It's not. It's a party area. It's a beach resort.
I'll look into that. But there was another case I saw. It was another documentary, Long Island. It was an Indian woman that had, I think she was Indian. She had like a restaurant, and it was a guy that was pretending to be a cop. I think he did some robberies, but framed her, and she went to jail for a while, lost her business and everything. Did you know about that one?
I don't know. It's
remember
not
the
ringing
name.
a bell. Not ringing a bell. But then again, I'm having mini stroke, so the bell is
It was like 10 years
muffled.
ago, I think.
Yeah, the bell's kind of muffled. I don't know about Fred and Rose West.
Oh, that's amazing! Do you not look? Have you not looked into those?
I guess
So it was this couple in a small town called Gloucester, which is near Worcestershire source, and they were killing. Well, he was certainly killing and raping girls, including their own kids, for years. They were beating their kids. They were going to hospital, getting turned away. They think the wife was sleeping with judges and senior police officers, and that's why they weren't getting investigated. Like she was a hooker, basically. Wow. They found multiple bodies in their house under the paving, in the under the basement, all concreted in. This is in the 90s. Wow. It's really fucked up.
Yeah. So they were like real. What happened to the judges and stuff that she allegedly slept with?
I don't think any of that was ever really investigated or proved. There's a few cases like that in the UK where there were probably police turning a blind eye to stuff. They probably didn't know exactly what they were doing, but they probably knew that they were violent and, beating their kids at least.
Well, here with that Long Island serial killer thing, one of the chief suspects before this Rex Heuermann guy got nailed was the former chief of police, James Burke, who was in jail because he had a little black book with all the victims' names in it, and he had sex toys in a gym bag or something. And one of his informants found his gym bag and ratted him out, and then he beat that guy almost to death, and he went to jail for assault for beating that guy.
I remember that one.
Yeah. But he would, because where these bodies were all found, there's cops there all the time. You can't drive down that stretch of road and not see cops all over the place, parked on the side of the road. So the idea was, how could this guy be just dumping bodies there in full sight of all these cops and not getting questioned about it, at least, or any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, but if it's like 4 a.m. or whatever,
Yeah, still 4 a.m. I've been. Because people stay on boats over there. Ralphie used to stay on his boat over there, and after the club closed, I would drive over to his boat, hang out. We'd get stoned or whatever, and I'd drive home, get pulled over all the time at 4 o'clock in the morning over there. So they're always there. And you would cops see a guy pull over on the side of a beach road at 4 o'clock in the morning. What's he there for? He's either taking a piss or he's dumping a body. Those are the two possible. I think
they might pay more attention now.
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows? They found somebody said yesterday they found a skeleton. I was baffled, because the skeletal remains. They found one skeleton from murder from the 70s. It's what? That gets reported as major news here. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I told a story where I found 7 skeletons on my property. It wasn't, I didn't own the property, but it was a house I was renting when I was separated.
You always sounded a little too defensive about that one. It was my house, but
it wasn't my house.
I had no idea these 7 women.
I was renting the house, but Dino Bonino asked about this the other night, because he was talking about what would you do if you pulled up to a house and you just moved into a house and then you found this skeleton under the porch, which somebody supposedly did. I said it happened to me. Well, there were 7 of them. What happened was I was renting this house. And my wife and I were separated for a brief period. I was renting this house, but from the day we separated, she was over there hanging curtains for me and making
lonely,
out.
Angry man moves into house and 7 dead women appear in basement.
Well, I'm working out in the yard. I had my weights out in the yard. I'm working out, and I just see this.
You could kill a woman with some weights.
I know.
Continue.
I know.
The problem was the Matt tried to wake the bodies down in the yard, not in the water.
No bodies. The bodies had been rotten a long time ago. So I'm kicking the dirt over by where I'm putting the weight bench out, and I see a bone, and I dig it up, and it's a patella bone, a human patella bone, like a shin bone. And I called my wife.
Tasted like one.
I called my wife. I said, I found a human bone in the garden here. She said, well, call the cops. So I call the cops. She's on the way over. The cops get there, and they're like, wow, what you got anybody missing here? I was like, no, I don't know how this bone got in the garden. And there was this it was like a cesspool cover, but it wasn't for a cesspool. It was for something else, and it was just a little askew. And the cop said, well, what's in here? And he just he moved the thing over, and he looked in, and there was 7 skeletons. I was like, whoa. And now all the crime scene people are coming, and there's trucks all over, cops all over the place. I'm like, I just moved into this house. The neighbors are probably thinking, what the fuck is going on here? And the one cop said, he goes, why don't you run down the block? I'll chase you. It's like a cop with a sense of humor. But that 7 skeletons, that never made the paper. One skeleton from...
Did they ever get to the bottom of that?
No, not as far as I know. I think because this was really a 1-bedroom house at best. If you can,
it's going to be a former resident, right?
Yeah, the guy who originally owned the house, I was renting it from his grandson. But this guy told the landlord told me his grandfather raised 7 kids in this house. This is a 1-bedroom house that I'm renting. I'm like 7 kids in this house.
Not for long, he didn't.
Yeah, and 7 skeletons. So it all makes sense. They never looked at him. That guy actually ran for Congress. I can't remember his name. And he ripped me off for my last month's rent there, by the way. That's another thing. But they never saw, and it never made the papers.
The bodies are from. The bodies are people that he previously ripped off and went to complain.
Yeah. I should have red flag with the guy who was moving out when I moved in. Was complaining. He refused to move out until he got his deposit back. When the guy was holding his deposit, and he wouldn't. That should have been a red flag right there. That this is not going to end well.
Yeah, if you Google 7 skeletons, it's like, did you mean the Gilgo Beat serial killings? That's the only thing that really comes up.
Probably would be true. This was look in Selden, New York. If you can add that to Selden, New York, 7 skeletons. I don't think it made the papers at all. Never mind. I do remember following up with the cop because when I moved out, I was robbed, and they found the stuff in the house next door that squatters had been living in, and they found all my equipment in there. And I was thinking, well, maybe the squatters killed all these fucking people. You never know. But I followed up with that detective. Cold case. Nobody knows because there was no DNA. It was just like bones.
There are quite a few human remains found in Long Island stories, but none of them connected to that.
Yeah,
lots.
I think we are. As far as creepy goes, I think we're up there with just about any part of.
Well, you got the Amityville house, is there, right?
Yeah, we've got a lot of creeps on Long Island, definitely per capita. I don't know if there's a creep per capita statistic anywhere.
It is. It's on the Travel Channel, the Travel Network, the Travel Channel, because they.
I bet you that there probably are some kind of like creepy tours, like travel people for.
Oh yeah, in Pennsylvania, they have like this little ghost
stuff.
Thing.
I get
little ghost things, and I think Gettysburg. Matter of fact, I could be wrong, but I think Elizabeth Gordon does one in DC. At least she used to do one in DC. Yeah. Now it may just be historic sites, but I thought it was ghosts.
I took myself on a tour of the. Do you know the Russian spies that tried to kill the KGB defector here like 6 or 7 years ago?
Yeah.
I went on that tour. I went to the guy's house. I tracked the CCTV. I went everywhere they went. I went to the restaurant where they were found on the bench. Him and his daughter went to the house.
Now you're on a list.
Well, maybe. And I stayed the night, and I went back, and I got I called it the Novichok tour. But the next day, I was the sickest I've ever been. But it was just as COVID was kind of not officially here. I think I got an early strain of COVID.
Wow.
But for a while, I thought I've got Novichok.
I got heavy metal poisoning.
Oh, like Ace Frehley?
I don't know what killed him.
Carl, were you a big Kiss fan?
Not really. Only really from Guitar Hero. I think it kind of. Yeah, I never really got into Kiss.
Yeah, one of the worst bands ever.
How? But everybody says that. If everybody says that, how the fuck did they sell so many records?
Well, hey, Matt, we can't help the the intellect of their fan base. Maybe it's something that
that's what I'm saying. I never met their fan. I can't find anybody who said, "Yeah, I was a big Kiss fan. I had lots of. Oh, I had all their albums." I can't. They sold them to somebody. Somebody's lying. That's people are just
once again, you're talking about like the 70s and 80s. A lot of people didn't know any better, and they're like, "Oh." It's kind of like the people that think like Leonard Skinner is the greatest band.
Now, I do not have any Kiss records. I don't think I've ever owned a Kiss record, but I do have a CD of people covering Kiss records.
Yeah. John, correct.
100 million globally.
Patella is a kneecap, Matt. Yeah. So what is the shin bone? Thank you for the correction.
Oh, tibia and there's tibia and fibula, is it? Or tibia and fibia?
Yeah. Because the
it's two bones.
Sounds like a nice little.
Because the femur is the one in the
little
thigh.
duo.
Yeah.
The tibia and fibula, whatever.
Tibia and fibula.
It's like an Irish duo. Yeah, this Dia and Mastrioni. Are you familiar with them? Called two chicks from Ireland.
No, I thought those are the bones in your neck.
I don't have any bones in my neck. All right. Then. So two chicks, I came across them, and when I say came across them, I don't mean I ejaculated on them.
Woo!
I saw them on Instagram, and then reels started popping up. I guess once you like one, the algorithm says, "Yeah, we'll show you all."
This is all you like.
Really good music though. Two chicks that front the band. And they both like kind of switch off on like instruments, like kind of like one playing bass on one song, and then the other one playing lead guitar, and then they're switching around, and it's just.
What are they called?
Dia, I know Dia, DEA. I know they're Irish. Let me.
Dia and
something with the M. I think Mastrioli or something like that. Let me see. Dia Matrona.
Dia Matrona. Yeah. Okay. Debut album For Your Sins in 2024. All right, I'll have a listen.
Really good. I mean, I was, but I couldn't tell if it was a band of these two chicks. And now looking at them, I can't tell if they're sisters or lesbian lovers.
So yeah, it's three chicks, two head it up. Sisters.
They are sisters. They don't look like sisters. They look like they're touching each other, like.
Well, that sells. That'll sell a couple more records. Come on.
You bet. No, that's what got me to listen. That's what got me to turn the volume up. I saw them doing that, and I was like, "Oh, look at these."
And now my algorithm is mysteriously full of teenage girls.
They're both hot and different. They're not teenagers.
It says teenage on the thing.
Yeah. It does say teenage? No, they're not teenagers. They've got to be in their 30s. They're not kids at all.
Neither are the people that J.D. Vance is defending, but hey, you know.
Yeah. Who's the one? I can't think of the one here. The two chicks that I think they are sisters. One plays pedal steel, and the other plays acoustic guitar and sings.
Dixie Chicks?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My dementia's way advanced this morning. Still, I should say. Yes, that's it. That's the show for you today. Monday is the 1,000th episode, Carl. You remember when I started this? You were one of the few people who probably came still around from the days when I started doing this. And 1,000 episodes in went pretty fast, but a lot of people have come and gone.
Yeah, what is that? 3 years, 4 years?
I don't know. I think it got to be at least 4 years.
The Andrews thing was 3.5 years ago, and that's what I was already coming on before that, like months before that.
Yeah.
So maybe the September.
Yeah, and I was doing the other show. I was doing Mind Dog TV podcast.
Yeah.
I was doing the night edition, but I was also doing a daily edition, which was like a 1 p.m. to lunchtime edition. And at one point, I was doing all three. I was doing the morning, then the 1 p.m., and then the 8 p.m. every day of the week, 7 days a week.
1,000 episodes.
What were you saying,
You-
GD?
I said, when did you leave your house?
I
He
never left
didn't.
my house.
He was having a bad time.
Yeah.
What? So you haven't? So Andres is busy because he's with Stanhope, no doubt. What? Who's coming on? Anyone in particular, or was it just a hang?
No, just Jackie.
Jackie.
Elizabeth Croydon might be here. Sally Parker. Is it Sally Parker?
Yes.
Why
Sarah
you
Parker?
smiled
Sally
when I
Parker.
said Elizabeth Croydon? Does that mean you're going to run away and hide because she's going to beat you up? Are you
No.
expecting? You expecting
no.
Elizabeth to kick your ass? Ron, do you notice Elizabeth and GD are having a feud because of me?
Yeah, GD mentioned it at HMAC.
Did he tell you it was my fault? Because I think it's my fault, but I just want to know. Did G?
I don't know. I think it's better. It's just to blame everyone in this situation.
And it's not a feud. There's no feud.
There's no feud. She's
Yeah.
coming on the show, so there
Okay.
can't be a feud. But no, we don't. I didn't think about it, and
Now
then
but you have been using her news stories lately, so maybe there's a feud, a new one. I don't know.
she texted me something yesterday. I hate everybody.
Okay.
So there you go, Ron. You're included in that, and Carl too. You never even met her, but she hates you too.
Okay, good. I'll come. I'll be there.
That's all right. I mean, there's a list of people that hate me. So I mean, what's?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, same.
What's one more?
That's exactly. I mean, you couldn't fit one more on my list. That's the problem. It's like a Facebook when you have reach 5,000 friends, you got to get rid of one to add a new one to the list. That's
yeah.
Matt's list is just a full list of 1As. There's one person, then the rest is 1As.
That's true. All right. Anything else we want to talk about before we say happy weekend to everybody? Because
No, I really want to go get those donuts now.
I do too. Now that I've seen them, I would ask for the THC one. Go to Canna TP Cafe. It's my favorite place to go to get donuts. Not like, boy, oh boy, the price of coffee has gone crazy.
If I go onto a reservation, Matt, I'll be telling them to pay some fucking tax because we don't have healthcare. That's what I'll be saying in the US. I'll be, come on, now's the time, pay it back.
Yeah,
I'm having a stroke. I don't want to pay 50,000.
Yeah. I'm coming over to go to Ireland so we can go to that bar.
Come over next year.
Sean's bar.
Liverpool and Ireland. My dog tour.
That means I have to leave my house, though, right? To go to Ireland.
Yeah, you'd have to go to the Tin Can Skyrocket Centre.
Where is this? Where is it? I just want to share this. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, where is it? I thought I shared it. Weed World on the Puspatuk Reservation. Kind of a light traffic day. We got people coming by. I just want to come over and talk to this lady because I see this sign. I don't know if you can see this sign. Can you see this sign? The sign says free weed. How are you? I don't want any free weed. I mean, I do want free weed, but I just bought weed, so. But I do a YouTube channel, Weed World. What, can you just explain what's going on out here?
Basically, we like do infused drinks and food. I'm just doing promo right now, but we do infused drinks and food, and you can smoke inside. They can't see me.
They can't see you? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You can smoke inside. You can order infused beverages and drinks. Beverages and food, sorry.
But what about the free weed?
This is what I'm doing.
Free
You
weed.
have to just come inside and spend $10, or just get a $10 eighth, and I can give you another one for free.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah. What's your name?
Gia.
Yeah. I'm Matt.
You want to see my dick? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But that's not free weed. And not that, after I stopped recording, I was having it. You got to go spend money. That's not free. People overusing this word free. Free means free.
That should be another playlist on shorts. Just Matt about town in Long Island. Start getting them up.
Well, Matt's all worked up because since we brought up Al Pacino, we've opened his eyes that maybe his December romance could work.
Do you know what he's referring to, Carl? Last night I did a paint party, and I was an assistant on the paint party. And the lead of the paint party was a young woman, probably, I'm guessing, around 22. But she's just gorgeous. I mean, and it took me 20 minutes to notice how gorgeous she was.
Seed her.
Yeah, I would, but there's there's not. That would not be fair to her. I would never impose this old hunk of shit on a lovely young woman like that.
You'll be around for long. Don't worry.
See, Carl, you should have been at Trump's press conference yesterday when he was talking about fertility.
Cheap IVF.
You could have been that guy in the back. Seed her. Seed her.
Wow. Yeah, but so that's what he's talking about. I mean, the Al Pacino thing, I know. Again, if I had the money Al Pacino had, then maybe it's kind of fair, because listen, you let me get you pregnant and you'll be set for life off of my millions of dollars. That would be a fair thing. But to just impose this corpse on a young girl and traumatize her with me just even attempting to get with her, that's not fair. And
what do you mean? That is core American values.
What do you mean?
An older guy laying on top of a young thing. That's core American
values. It's the American dream.
It is? I did not know that. Is that written? Is it like in the Bill of Rights or something?
Maybe. Work 80 hours a week, get rich, fuck 21-year-old.
Man, she was gorgeous though. But that made my life. I mean, it brought me back to life. I was almost dead. I was having a stroke, heart attack, everything all at once. And then when it finally realized, I got a good look at her, and it's like, holy smokes, this girl is actually perfect in every fucking way. And now I'm infatuated with her. Well, I'll never see her again. She says she wants to work together on paint parties, but when she hears this show, that's done. That's gone. It's out the window. Not happening. Anyway, that's Ron's reference to Al Pacino. No, I'm not. There's no hope for me. There's no hope for me. I'm never getting laid again. That's pretty much, you could write that in stone, and you could take that to the bank. Go to betanything.eu today and bet the house, bet the ranch that Matt will never get laid again. And
maybe that's the title of your 1000 episode. Never getting laid again.
Never getting laid again. That's definitely a thing. Now, yesterday I put out a big stock tip. You know about the big stock tip? Carl, you got to be aware of this, right?
What's this?
Apple is coming out with, they're not telling the public exactly what it is, but in the Apple Developers Group, they're kind of hinting at what it's going to be. It's going to make today's AI apps and everything just seem like Stone Age technology. Apple is releasing a new product with a launch that will make the iPhone launches. Remember when people were lining up around city blocks for the iPhone? That's what they're coming out with, and it'll probably be before Christmas. So,
do you think that's just press, though? Really?
Apple haven't been very good at staying ahead of the curve since Steve Jobs died, so it would be impressive if they did.
Yeah, he was still alive for the iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, OpenAI are releasing an AI-based device because they've partnered up with what's his face from San Francisco, gay fellow, Johnny or someone, I can't remember his name. He designed for Apple quite a lot, but they've partnered together to release some kind of device in the future. So it could be a version of that.
Yeah, there's all sorts of conjecture. Would it be? Yesterday, I was thinking it's like some kind of personal assistant AI device, or like a robot.
I think it sounds like that's the way things are going. So probably.
Yeah, but they are still good at launches, right? Where I mean, the marketing aspect of stuff when they come out with new stuff, they just haven't come up with a new product. When did the iPhone come out? 2008? Am I right with that?
No, like 2009 or 10.
So
2010 maybe.
So I was right last night in thinking it was in the middle of a depression, right? Or the Great Recession here in
it was it was probably still hitting, but
so people had to make the decision: do I spend $800 on this new device? I line up and camp out for a night to spend $800 on this new device, or buy food tomorrow? And they chose because I was thinking, if there's coming out with this new thing now, it's probably not a good time with all the economy issues the U.S. is facing now.
Well, but they don't make you pay that money up front, right? Some of it's like deferred, like over time.
Yeah, but people will buy it. People will fucking flock to the Apple Church, regardless of whether they've got enough food in the house.
Right?
Is it just the M5 chip? Because that's going to be quite AI based, and that was talking about that like 2 days ago.
I thought that was already in. Like
I've got an M2 on this Mac. It's already out of date.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, but I think that 2009 story with the iPhone kind of proves that people will choose the new device over food.
Yeah, because it will give them happiness. The device will give them many years of happiness, or so they think.
It's not going to jack you off, is it?
Maybe one day when they get these AI based silicon goals down in price.
Because I've seen these devices that you plug into the back of a phone, and it acts as a sexual device, and you tell the phone what you want it to do, and it does these things.
Where did you see this?
Oh, that's the are you talking about like the Chat GPT erotica?
I think so. I'm not sure what it would be called, but I remember seeing the device.
And they're calling me a creepy old man. What are you doing on these?
It's going to get creepier because with like robot-sized fucking silicon women and men, going down in price over the next 10 years. That's where it's going to be. It'll be like the Apple fuck toy.
Do you? Any of you guys remember Woody Allen?
No, it won't. It won't be Apple though, because Steve Jobs never liked that shit. It'll be Samsung.
That's true.
That would definitely do that.
With the movie Sleeper with the Orgasmatron, you just go in there. It's like a little tanning booth or something. You go in there for 20.
Well, you plug it into the USB-C port on your phone, or the USB port on your computer, and you type in your instructions, and it does the things that you want it to do.
That's not going to be good for white replacement theory, though.
But just think, if you're like into female domination, you'll be able to have one of these AI robots just yell at you all the time.
Why do you need that for? If you got a wife to yell.
No, that's what my GPS is for. I'll put in a destination, and I keep making the wrong turns until my GPS just gets upset and yells.
Well, I mean, all this adds up because there's all these stories out there about men in the United States. They can't meet women. A lot of them are lonely, and they're not getting educated. So, I mean, this is like the perfect market for it.
Because they're on the fucking internet all day long. I mean, I don't know. They can't even have a phone call. Everything's got to be text. Let me just see.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to meet a woman, or are you going to get into your young Republican group chat? That's probably going to be a lot more fun.
You mean not to use? Use?
Whilst getting sucked off by your iPhone or your Galaxy. Sounds amazing.
Yeah, then
so
then
again.
We're gonna all have to suffer with work rules like, hey, don't use your Apple sucker while you're at work.
This comes from an Apple developers group that I'm still on the email list. We are preparing to launch a product that 1 billionaire predicts could dwarf the iPhone. Hardly anyone is talking about it. Here's what it's all about. For months, we've been working on a mysterious Apple project. It's 71 patents, multiple job postings, and a hiring spree of home robotics added up, and it looks like Apple is ready to jump into robotics, something Steve Jobs dreamed about decades ago.
Robotics.
Yeah. So it sounds like this ain't Jobs would support this stuff.
Okay. I'm sorry, Carl. You have to move those damn donuts. Now I want to go out for donuts. Okay. There's a chocolate donut. There's a chocolate frosted donut right above your head that has been making eyes at me since you.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting the pink thing or the chocolate thing, but it's going to be the store. Now they're going to be fucking busy. I was going to go at 2:30, but I came on here instead. I'm going to go and queue up and fucking.
Well, we apologize for your donut.
No, it's fine.
Donut exclusion.
When you walk in, and just say, "Don't you know who I am?"
They know me.
Oh, you're a regular.
Yeah, and he's not even.
When I say a donut, I will be getting 4 donuts.
Okay.
Yeah,
and I'll be eating them all.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap this shit up. Ron, you're celebrating your birthday this weekend, right? You're going out. The wife's taking you out to Rubber Dub 3 minutes.
Merry Birthmas.
Oh,
yeah, something like that. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
How old are you? You're 55, 50, 60.
He's in showbiz. Don't ask him that.
You're 65. Are you? How old are you?
No, I'm 40 years old.
40, yeah.
No, I'm 51 now.
See, you're close enough to being a boomer that you really shouldn't have. You should get your boomer ball busting license.
Nah, don't loop me in. Don't loop me into your backwards shit, Matt.
You're close enough. I'm just saying, Carl. Don't you think 51 is close enough to being a boomer?
I don't know. No, I think it's late 60s. Would that be Y? Is that Gen Y? Was that?
No, I would be X.
You're X, Gen X, right? Boomer, Gen X, Millennial, Gen Y. Gen Z are the narcissists now, right? They just don't care about anything.
Yeah.
The hollow narcissists.
So if I have this correct, I think.
But after Gen Z, do they go back to Gen A or do they go Gen AA?
Alpha, I believe, is after Gen Z.
I
So
think
instead of saying A, they just say Alpha. Then Gen
60,
Beta.
I think, is the cutoff. Is what where the boomer people, the lower end boomers would be 60 right now. So Ron's only 9 years away from that. So I think he needs to. We need to revoke his boomer ball busting license. That's all I'm saying. 9 years is it's just too close. That's all.
Nah. But I will say, of the boomers I know, some of the best racists around. You got to give it to boomers. I mean, they know how to double down on it.
You probably don't know any Greatest Generation people, but wow, I don't disagree with you. There's lots of racism within the boomer generation, but the Greatest Generation, they have no filter whatsoever.
Oh,
so Gen X is up to 60 right now, but I've got to tell you, the young kids, they're doing their bit for racism. They're really doing their bit for racism. It's coming along. The internet is awash with young, fresh-minded, energetic, meme-making, massive racists.
All right, so there's hope. That's what
there is. Hope.
There's
Yeah.
a comedian that I know who has a joke about baseball and racism, and that's something that you need to learn from both of them are something you need to learn from your father. So I'm just saying, baseball and never mind. I can't tell if Matt froze or if he's just.
I think this is the Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was my Mitch McConnell moment. All right, we're gonna end this here because I have to go. I have to go paint a pussy.
Hey, yeah. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll be dropping my Mitch McConnell video after this.
Oh. All right. Oh, Tia Matoni.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you knew, but he did an ad for Intel. So
I did not know that.
Yeah.
How would I know that? Where would that ad appear for me?
It'll be on my Instagram or my Facebook or whatever.
All
Ron
right.
King.
Okay. We're out of here. Don't forget to turn on your radio tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Jackie Martling and our 1000th program and some. I'm going to just put the link out there for anybody, but I don't have any friends, so nobody's going to show up.
And check out the Reverend on Sunday.
Oh, I always forget to mention the Reverend on Sunday.
Yeah. I'll be there Monday. I'll hang out Monday for a while.
All right, come on in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stop by.
All right. Oh, you're working from home every day? Oh
no, I'll probably be at work, but
okay. Yeah, just pop in for a moment or two if you could. All right.
In the bathroom.
Don't forget to turn on your radio. Have a great day. Bye for now.
listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now.